Hi, my name is Jasper and I would be discussing about a project which is connecting capitals EMT. And what is EMT exactly? And EMT is an electromagnetic train, a powered train which has a conducting magnet in a tunnel. Located in Dumaguete, Cebu City, our project offers Dumaguete to Cebu a new way of traveling, and we can assure you that this offers a guaranteed safe, faster, and smoother ride. Our ideal customers is which is the people in needing an urgent matter to attend to, and our people in the Dumaguete City and Cebu. If we're asking that if we would just take another ride or a bus perhaps instead of our project, well, our project is guaranteed to make you customers like you who has an urgent matter to attend to would put a smile on your face. Our project is built because we have certain typhoons in the Philippines occurring and the transportation industry is really affected, and that's also why our project is built. It is for in case of emergencies and for safe travels. The goal of our project is to provide the best traveling experiences for everyone, and our project would probably take up to 4 to 5 years to finish. Partnership of our project would be the local foreign investors and the government. Sounds good, right? Without further ado, let's head on to the next video for a deeper understanding about our project.
Today, there's a growing concern about the number of COVID-19 infected, and many people from a far place can go home, can travel like they used to because of the danger of the pandemic, transport-related air pollution that affect the people's health, and it also takes time to travel. Connecting Capital AMT will provide the opportunity to solve some of the transportation and distribution problems that the individuals and organizations currently face. The Connecting Capital AMT will produce an electromagnetic train that will step changes in railways, efficiency, accessibility, and quality, making transportation more easy, convenient, safe, and fast within the Cebu City and Dumaguete City area. The project comprises a 670 kilometer underground tunnel linking Dumaguete and Cebu City, with new subways, station, and two electromagnetic trains. With this Connecting Capital AMT project, traveling will take less time than driving, and it's much safer because there will be less physical contact and we can monitor the safety of the passenger inside the train using high technology. Lastly, there will be no more hassle like cancellation of travel because of the extreme weather. The operation will happen underground and will only cancel if needed to or an earthquake will occur. In this kind of situation, this business is profitable because most people will surely use this type of transport mode because it is safe and fast. Thus, this project envisioned the advanced mode of transportation that would immensely help the individuals and the economy as well.
Dumaguete City and Cebu City is separated by the sea, so travelers must cross to the sea. This could be impossible when typhoon hit our country. So many possibilities, accident that can cause like landslide, tidal surge. So some of traveling vehicles must temporarily ban. Road accident, hierarchies in Visayas, especially in Cebu City and Dumaguete City, cause of drunken driving, overspeeding, and avoiding safety gears like seatbelt and helmets. Also, overtaking in wrong manner. Fuels used for vehicles like bus, taxi, and tricycle can cause pollution that can affect in our environment. Southeast Asia and the Philippines is one of the prone area in the typhoon. If have a bad weather like tidal surges, storm, landslide, tsunami, some of traveling vehicles must be temporarily banned, result of stranded of the passengers. But electromagnetic train cannot affect of the bad weather because of the underground tunnel that can travel vice versa 24/7 day by day. We all know that vehicles are used for fuel can cause pollution, but electromagnetic train cannot use for fuel, but it consume electricity. So it's a eco-friendly that cannot affect in our environment. Road accident on land road area, it's higher case, but electromagnetic train, it's safety because of the underground tunnel. No one other vehicles inside the tunnel except the train, ensuring to provide possibilities no accident continues to traveling unlike to the bus, taxi, and tricycle. The one important thing in connecting capitals MT, it's eco-friendly because all of use by train consume of electricity, and inside the train more on security, CCTV, machine detector, ensuring safety to all passengers. It is comfortable because of smart TV inside the train and free Wi-Fi. Also comfortable sitting chair that all passengers that relax and comfortable. This might be a simple way to help the boat city to improve and the easy safety traveling more efficiently, and its presence and it's a good to our economy to grow up our city. So we know that this project can be famous in the present and future. It can be recognizable in the other foreign country. We ensure that connecting capitals MT construction durable, safety, and available for all Filipino citizens, especially in our who live in our province. Our projects aims to provide solution on these current problems and aims to provide new and best way of traveling. The importance of implementing our projects that easy to travel and no hassle at the borders. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, for the cost of the project. First of all, we were gonna take a look where we will get the source or the budget for this for the construction of this project. Okay? So as you can see, the source of the budget, first of all, 50% will be taken from the foreign and local investors. 30% from the government funding, and 20% will be taken from the company's capital. So if we sum it all up, it will go 100%. Now for the project budget, we have a 3 billion peso budget for constructing this project. All right. Now the overall project cost. What are the project expenses? Now, first, purchasing of land area to be constructed for Dumaguete and Cebu City underground train station. This will be the construction purchase of the area that will be constructed for the stations for Dumaguete City and also for Cebu City. Each station is equivalent to 5,738.787 square feet of land. Now, the total cost for these two is 40 million. Construction, the next is construction equipment machines. Like what? Like bulldozer, boring machine, excavator, mixer, dump truck, and any other construction equipment. So the cost for this one is 900 million peso. Next, construction equipment materials like cement, gravel, steel, I-beam, sand, and steel reinforcement, and so forth. It will be a total cost of 850 million. The next is construction machine maintenance. Of course, there will be maintenance because these machines will be used for a long period of time, such as excavating, such as boring, digging a tunnel. So the maintenance will be, the cost of maintenance will be 800, 10 million, 10 million peso. Now, for the construction worker salary, it will be 100 million peso. Then machine operator salary, the ones who operate the machine, will be 100 million peso. Now for the artificial intelligence or AI machine and system maintenance, this will cost up to 20 million. Next, electromagnetic levitating railway installation, meaning to say where the train will go or the path of the train, the installation of all the wirings and all the coil or the magnets inside, it will cost around 85 million peso. Next, overall wiring and wiring materials. There will be the wiring of electrical component, let's say. It will be around 100 million peso. Now, system security installation. It will cost about 150 million peso. And of course, there will be a reserve medical rescue unit salary in case of some emergency. Let's say the tunnel is collapsing. So there will be a standby medical and rescue unit. So their salary would be 95 million peso. And now let's talk about the power supply bill or the electric bill. This will be 100% funded by the government. So the our company will not pay for the electric bill because they are 100% funded by the government. Now the other, meaning to say that the grand opening ceremony celebration, the reserve budget, and the other expenses will be a total of 100 million. So meaning to say the other, kaning mga other is the money that will be reserved for maybe there will be an emergency, maybe there will be a delay, so it will cost around 100 million peso. Now the total for all of these expenses will be 3 billion peso. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the benefits of this project. First of all, traveling from Dumaguete to Cebu City will now be much more convenient, much more faster, and much more safer in comparison to the old ones. Because usually, the time taken to travel from Dumaguete to Cebu City will consume more than 4 hours. Now with this project, we tend to reduce the time to only about 1 hour and a half. The second is, there will be no more stranded passengers because when a typhoon hits the Philippines, it first of all affects the transportation industry. But with this project, the electromagnetic underground train can operate even under extreme weathers, letting people from Dumaguete to travel to Cebu and vice versa at any time. Now, the third, there will be no more pollution in the air, and the cases of road accidents will also be lessened since this project is not run by fossil fuels like gasoline. Now there will also be a good news for the tourism industry for both the state of Cebu and Negros Island because people can now travel easily and much more quickly than in previous one, giving them opportunity to visit the tourist site that both islands have. And lastly, the government or the government officials can use this project as their mode of transportation in case of an emergency. Let's say that Cebu Island has been hit by typhoon and it's still going, so the ships cannot travel in the sea because the waves are it's too risky. So they can use this project because like I said previously, the electromagnetic operation the operation of the electromagnetic train are not affected by extreme weather.
Project planning is the first step of implementation of the project. First is the procurement of construction materials and services, as well as the acquisition of land and it would take at least 6 months. Pre-construction. The start of construction of the foundation for the station of both city of Dumaguete and Cebu, and it would take at most of 1 year. Construction. The start of digging of underground tunnels and its reinforcement, and soon after is the installation of rail tracks and electromagnetic train, and it would take at least 2 to 3 years of construction. Testing and inspection of station, train, rail tracks, and underground tunnel for making sure that the entire project is safe to operate at the opening, and it would take at least 6 months of testing and inspection in the total of 5 years for finishing the entire project. Return of investment. Having the project cost of 3 billion pesos and expecting of operation cost of 600 million pesos each year for 5 years of construction. So you would expect of return of investment of 20% and every 6 months for the duration of 5 years after the success of implementation of the project. There are a lot of risks during implementation. So, what are these risks? First, we have power shortage. Since the electromagnetic train rely on electricity, so when the power shortage occur, this may cause a delay or the stop of the operation. Workers' health. Because working in underground tunnel, there are chances that the worker may catch a disease or viruses, and also there are chances that they may expose in hazardous chemicals. Accident in work. Example, falling debris and defective power tools. This may cause serious injuries to the workers. Earthquake is one of the major threats of the project because there are chances that the underground tunnels may collapse or having a serious damage to the structure. So that's a big problem. Equipment failure. Simple mechanical failure can be a threat to the structure of the underground tunnel and also to the workers.
Connecting Capital's electromagnetic train is advanced transportation that bring passengers to their destination to each island in a short period of time without taking boats or ships and other public transportation. For preparation, the project manager asks for the engineering layout for the planned project and then assign each team facilities for their different assessment tasks to get the exact resources and materials that need to build the station for the target capital. Station is a railway facility or area where train regularly stop to load or unload passenger, freight or boat. Next is locating the underground and analyze the measure to get started for digging project. By using boring machine, it can reduce the time and help workers for digging the underground. Boring is a machine used to excavate tunnels with circular cross section through variety of soils and rocks. We don't want the workers waste their life for building this project, especially while working the tunnels. We are prepared for them the protective equipment for enhancing their safety measure and to avoid falling debris underground. After connecting each tunnel, next is the installation of the magnetic railway for the engine train. For safety test run, only the leader and the teams will do the test drive for the magnetic train to test for its durability and its speed. If the test run is success, the high-ranking official is invited to ride along the leaders and teams for test experience. The project is designed for continuous transport of the passenger in the Philippines that is prone to strong typhoon.
Good day to you, sir. I'm here to explain the big impact in our project because this is important for our community and for our people. The distance of Dumaguete City is 167 kilometers apart, taking more than 4 hours to travel in commercial land and sea transportation. Since Cebu and Negros Oriental are separated islands, making accidents more inevitable along the way, such as roads, accidents, bad weather, carjack, and etc. Especially on extreme weather conditions like Baguio, both air and sea transportation will be greatly affected, hence grounding travelers, especially on Christmas and New Year, where their weather conditions are often extreme and causing financial losses to both the travelers and the industry. As well as the travelers Cebu to Dumaguete are also often experience less secure and less comfortable while traveling using the unconventional mode of transportation via bus and via ships. The importance of addressing to our problem. It's convenient for both businessmen and government officials alike who travels a lot and for other people too. It is very time consuming for their time, and number two, to avoid accident along the way for passengers and promote more security and comfort while traveling. This is a guaranteed safety train and it can avoid accident because it has only one path and one directions only. Number three, to avoid stranded passenger for being stranded, especially on extreme weather condition where both air and land and sea transportation are mostly cancelled. This is a good thing for us because we can travel even if there are bad conditions to the weather. And number four, suitable for emergency travel since it operates 24/7. This is also a good thing for the passenger because we can operate this for 24 hours a day and can also be used in emergency travel. The impact and success measures. One is easy and convenient for travelers. It is very easy for the travelers to ride this train and it is guaranteed safety also for the travelers or passengers. And number two, tourism industry will boost for Cebu and Negros Oriental. Yes, it is going to be slowly increase our tourism here in Negros Oriental or there in Cebu because the people can now travel without no hesitation. Number three, government income for each island will also rise. Yes, just like what I said in number two, thanks to the tourism that can now easily pass through here in Negros Oriental Islands or there in Cebu City, the government income will slowly rise up. And number four is less pollution. This is also a good thing for our environment because it is powered by electricity, not fuel, and also there's no animal its path because it's underground. And number five, more income for the company. It's going to be a lot of income for the company because it's gonna captures attention from the people and increase their curiosity to ride to it. And number six, promote job entries. This is a new company, so there's going to be lots of job entries for the people to apply with. So this is going to be a good thing for the people who wanted jobs. Number seven, good for the government officials since they can use this for emergency travel. Yes, they can travel for emergency because if there's a bad weather or an flash floods, they can use this to travel faster to go to Cebu or come here to Negros Island. So the government official can use this as a private travel. Number eight, reduce the national dependence of foreign oil. Yes, just like what I said, it is powered by electricity, not oil, so it can reduce our dependence for oil. And number 9 is high speed overlong. Yes, this is going to be a high speed train and it has one path only, no traffic, and only one direction and one destination. To come here to Negros Island or go there to Cebu. So yes, that's all to my conclusion, sir. Thank you and have a good day.